Here to weigh in, our panel, former GOP Congresswoman Dr. Nan Hayworth and Democratic strategist Chuck Rocha. Thank you both for joining us.
Good morning.
Pleasure. Thank you, Heather.
So, Nan, I'll start with you. A lot of work needs to be done. What do you think will happen today? There's a vote at noon.
Well, the Democrats are cynically counting on political benefit for this shutdown, which is unfortunately the only reason they're doing it. There is no need to do this, Heather. Everything in the continuing resolution is spending that they've approved or measures that they've approved, including delaying some Obamacare taxes. So the only reason they're doing this is to cause political turmoil that they think will help them. So they better get to the negotiating table today very seriously, because the DACA deadline isn't here yet, and the government does have to pay our troops.
Yeah, and Chuck, the DACA deadline, as we know, is not until March, and it does appear, as we've been discussing, that the Democrats have received everything they want in this continuing resolution. Even CHIP is included in it. They wanted that. So what's their problem?
I think there's just a stalemate between them and the White House. The White House said what we need is a good shutdown. The Republicans brought us a good shutdown, and so here we are today. I think they need to come to the table and take up the Democratic. First thing they need to do this morning is what Claire McCaskill did on Friday, was to bring a resolution that said, let's pay our military, that the Republicans even refused to hear. That's crazy. We should be taking care of our military.
So you blame the Republicans. You think that it's the Republicans' responsibility for
the
shutdown?
American people are smart enough to know the Democrats don't control anything in Washington, D.C., and this is not our shutdown. We passed a tax bill with 51 votes. All the clearance here, the clearance there. The Republicans have absolute control of this.
Nan?
Chuck, as you know very, very well, the Republicans don't have a governing majority in the Senate. A governing majority in the Senate is 60 votes. They get to pass one bill a year, basically, with 51 votes, and they did that last year. They need to pass a budget. I frankly agree with the president. I would bust the filibuster that requires this 60-vote threshold and make it 51 votes so that we can get things moving, because it's the Democrats who are holding things up.
Nan, you can go out and tell all the American people about procedural responses in the Senate, but what they know is Republicans won a lot of elections now, and they're in control, and our government is shut down.
You know what I can tell you? I think that people are getting tired of both sides pointing the finger at the other side, and then in the meantime, nothing's getting done. So ultimately, who's going to pay the price for this down the road, Chuck?
You know, that's a good question. I don't really do policy, and Nan and you would understand because of how I talk. I don't do policy, but I do run campaigns. And when I run campaigns, it's going to be either one. Now, we got to blame the Republicans last time, and we got it, but then they won back seats in the Senate. Who knows how long it lasts is the real key here. And how much people really hurt, I think, is the key.
Yeah, and Nan, that's a good way to end it. How long do you think this will last?
Well, I think both sides have reason to get this resolved very quickly, Heather. And I agree with Chuck that, the politics can go either way, but the president is the one who can make the strongest argument for CHIP, for our troops. He is doing so, and I am confident that the American public knows his heart is with them.
Yeah. All right, Chuck, Nan, thank you both for joining us.
Morning.
Appreciate it. Chuck, I think you're great with policy and campaigns. So we'll leave it there. Thank you.